ॐ नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यम् तन्तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। श्लोक 54 ब्रह्मभूतः प्रसन्नात्मा न शोचति न काङ्क्षति समः सर्वेषु भूतेषु madbhaktim labhate param. We have to look into the Bhashya. Samah sarveshu bhuteshu. Let us read. Samah sarveshu bhuteshu atmaupamyena sarveshu bhuteshu sukham dukkham va samameva pashyati ityarthaha na atma samadarsanam iha tasya vakshamanatvat Bhaktya mam abhijanati iti. Yeah. Samasarveshu bhuteshu. As I described yesterday, one can understand such statement in two ways. Whereas Bhashyakara takes it to mean that he recognizes the sukha and dukkha of the others as his own sukha and dukkha. Atmaupamyena. See, while interpreting, he gives an indication also. In order to understand the meaning of this verse, we should look into the verse Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramo mataha. So, this line also talks about samadarshana. Samadarshana is two types. One is seeing everything as the Brahman. Samam Brahma, nirdosham hi samam Brahma. Samam is Brahman. Being aware of the Brahman as the only reality in everything, that is one type of samadarshana. Another type of samadarshana is from a vyavaharika point of view, having empathy. Empathy means looking at others' pain and pleasure as one's own pleasure and pain. That is another type of samadarshana. Now, Bhashyakara takes it to mean the second type of samadarshana. And this kind of samadarshana is told in Bhagavad Gita, Atmaupamyena sarvatra ityadi. Atmaupamyena, like oneself, similar to oneself. Sarvatra means sarveshu bhuteshu. Now, sarvatra is not there here. Sarveshu bhuteshu, in every being, sukham va dukkham va, either sukha or dukkha, both sukha and dukkha. Samam eva pashyati. He says he looks it as equal, as same as his own sukha and dukkha. Ityarthaha. This is the purport of samah sarveshu bhuteshu. Not the first meaning, not the first samadarshana. Na atma samadarshanam iha. The samadarshanam, which means being aware of the same atma in everything. Being aware that only atma is real in everything. That is not meant here. Na atma samadarshanam iha. Why? Because that will be told in the following shloka. Tasya vakshamanatvat. Because it will be told later, where Bhaktya mam abhijanati iti. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan asmi sarvatah. So that will be told later on in the following shloka. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan asmi tattvatah. There it is going to be told. Iti, that is why here we should not take that meaning of samah sarveshu bhuteshu. Instead, we should take the second samadarshana, which is from a vyavaharika point. Evam bhutaha jnananishtaha madbhaktim mayi parameshware bhaktim bhajanam param uttamam jnanalakshanam chaturthim labhate chaturvidha bhajante mam ityuktam evam bhutah jnananishtaha. The jnananistha who is described so in these shlokas, saha madbhaktim labhate, param madbhaktim labhate. He attains parabhakti in me. Mayi parameshware bhaktim. Bhaktim means bhajanam. Mayi bhaktihi madbhaktihi. Saptami tatpurusha samasa. Mayi parameshware, me who is parameshwara. Bhaktim means bhajanam, devotion, love. And here bhakti is nothing but jnana. Param. Param means uttamam, the greatest bhakti. And the greatest bhakti is nothing but jnana. Therefore, Bhashyakara says jnana lakshanam bhakti. The bhakti which is in the form of jnana. Chaturthim labhate. This parabhakti is chaturthi bhakti, fourth type of bhakti, because earlier we have seen chaturvidha bhajante mam janas sukritinorjuna arto jijnasurartharthi jnani cha bharatarshapha तेषां ज्ञानी नित्ययुक्त एक भक्तिर्विशिष्यते इत्यादि. So chaturthi bhakti, the jnana is a chaturthi bhakti, fourth type of bhakti, which is superior to artha, jijnasu and artharthi. Chaturvidha bhajante mam ityuktam. This has been stated earlier. Next sloka. Bhaktya mamabhijanati यावान्यश्चास्मि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विशते तदनन्तरम्. Bhaktya, here bhakti refers to parabhakti, the jnana. Tattvatah yavan. Tattvatah, in reality. Yavan, how much is my extent? How much is my extent? How much is the extent of Paramatma? Meaning whether Paramatma is limited to one upadhi or he pervades all upadhi, everything. And yascha asmi, and who I am, who Paramatma is. What is the nature of Paramatma? Satchidananda Swarupa. Iti abhijanati. Iti mam abhijanati. In this manner, he understands me with the bhakti, with the jnana. Tatah mam tattvatah jnatva. Having understood me properly, tadanantaram, immediately after that, mam visate, he enters me, he attains me. So jnana leads to the attainment of Brahman. Here the attainment is only an upachara, as though attaining, because he is already Brahman. Therefore, as though vishate, the ajnana nivritti happens. Ajnana nivritti is figuratively stated as pravesha, entry, or attainment, or reaching, getting, etc. Tatah jnanalakshanaya bhaktya माम अभिजानाति यावान अहम उपाधिकृत विस्तर भेदः यश्च अहम विध्वस्त सर्वोपाधिभेदः उत्तम पुरुषः आकाशकल्पः तं माम अद्वैतम चैतन्यमात्रैकरसम् अजम अजरम अमरम अभयम अनिधनम तत्त्वतः अभिजानाति ततः ज्ञानलक्षणया भक्त्या on account of the jnana bhakti. Tatah means after getting bhakti. So madbhaktim labhate param is stated. Here in the previous shloka, we should note a point. When we read this shloka as well as the Bhashya, one might think the jnana attains bhakti. See, that is what it is told here. Jnana bhaktim labhate. When we see this, we may tend to think that first he has to become jnana, then he attains bhakti. It is not so. He attains bhakti and then he becomes a jnana. On account of the bhakti, means on account of the para bhakti alone, he is jnana. Therefore, here the krama is not vivakshita. The order is not intended here in the previous verse. We have to remember, we have to make a note of that. Jnananistha attains bhakti. It is like saying that a doctor studies medicine in the medical college. Doctor studies medicine does not mean after becoming a doctor he goes to medical college. By going to medical college itself he has become a doctor. Therefore the krama is not intended. The order is this. The order is not intended there. We have to understand this. Tatah jnana bhaktya. Tatah means immediately on account of the bhakti. Mam abhijanati. He understands me. Yavan aham iti abhijanati. Yavan. Here, yat plus vatup pratyaya is added. Vatup has the meaning of parimana. Parimane vatup. The extent, the quantity, extent. In that sense, vatup pratyaya is added. Aham yavan. How much I am. What is my extent? Bhashyakara says, Upadhikrita vistara bhedaha, my manifestation, vistara bheda, vistaranam bhedaha, vistara bhedaha. The varieties of my manifestation means my various manifestations. How there are manifestations? Upadhikrita. Upadhikritaha vistarabhedaha yasya saha upadhikrita vistarabhedaha. Who has vistarabheda, various manifestations caused by upadhi. So with respect to various manifestations caused by upadhi, how much I am, implying that the same Ishvara is present everywhere in every upadhi. This is understood with the jnana. Yascha aham, and who I am means what is my true nature. Vidhvasta sarvopadhi bhedaha, when all the different upadhis are negated. Vidhvasta sarvopadhi bhedaha. Upadhinam bhedaha upadhi bhedaha. Vidhvastaha सर्वे उपाधिभेदाः विध्वस्त सर्वोपाधिभेदः. विध्वस्ताः सर्वे उपाधिभेदाः यस्य सः विध्वस्त सर्वोपाधिभेदः. From whom all the upadhis have gone away, all the upadhis are removed, means the nirupadhika swarupa of the Atma, the nirupadhika swarupa of the Brahman. What is it? That kind of nature of Paramatma, Uttama Purushaha, he is referred to as Uttama Purusha in Adhyaya 15. Akasha Kalpaha, he is like Akasha. Infinite like Akasha, or Asanga like Akasha. Tammam Advaitam, that kind of me who is Advaita, free from all duality. Chaitanya Matraikarasam, who is pure consciousness in nature. Ajam, free from birth. Ajaram, free from old age. Amaram, free from death. Abhayam, free from fear. Anidhanam, free from resolution, free from pralaya. Tattvatah abhijanati, one understands tattvatah properly. Bhashya, Tatah mam evam tattvatah jnatva visate tadanantaram mameva jnananantaram tatah. means on account of the jnana. Mam evam tattvatah jnatva, having understood me tattvatah, properly. Tadanantaram means jnananantaram, immediately after jnana. Mam eva visate, he enters me only, he attains me only, means after that there is no difference between me and the jnani. Kim tarhi phalantar sorry न अत्र ज्ञान प्रवेश क्रिये भिन्ने विवक्षिते ज्ञात्वा विशते तदनंतरम इति किम तर्हि फलांतराभावज्ञानमात्रमेव क्षेत्रज्ञं चापि मां विद्धि इति उक्तत्वात्. Now, jnana kriya, knowing and entering, are there two such actions? First he knows me, and after knowing he enters me. Are there two such processes? Bhashyakara says, Krishna does not intend to say that there are two processes. First jnana kriya and then pravesha kriya, which happens after jnana. It is not intended, though literally it seems to be so. It is not intended. Then what is intended? The intended meaning is that after jnana, there is no other phala. The jnana does not produce something else. The jnana only removes the notional difference caused by ajnana. That is the intended meaning. न अत्र ज्ञान प्रवेश क्रिये भिन्ने विवक्षिते. Atra, here, means in this shloka, jnana pravesha kriye, jnana kriya and pravesha kriya, the process of knowing and the process of entering, bhinne, two different processes, na vivakshite, it is not intended here. Jnatva visate tadantaram iti. Jnatva, first he knows, and then immediately after that he enters. There are no different processes. In fact, jnana itself is entry. That's all. After jnana, there is no more process. Kim tarhi, then what is intended? If two different processes are not intended, then what is intended? Phalantara abhavajnanamatrameva. Only the understanding that there is no other result. After jnana, something else to happen, it is negated. There is no other phala for jnana. Instead, jnana removes the notional difference. So phalantara abhava jnana matrameva vivakshitam. Just understanding that after jnana there is no other phala required. This is intended. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi iti uktatvat, because the same thing has been told earlier. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi. The kshetrajna, jiva, it is me. It is nothing other than paramatma. Iti vidhi, you should understand. So, iti uktatvat, this has been stated. Therefore, once there is jnana, the difference is gone. That itself is figuratively told as pravesha. There is no other phala that is intended by tadanantaram visate. Now Pura Pakshi raises an objection. Nanu viruddham idam uktam jnanasya ya paranishta taya mam abhijanati iti katham viruddham iti chet uchyate yadaiva यस्मिन् विषये ज्ञानम् उत्पद्यते ज्ञातुः तदैव तं विषयम् अभिजानाति ज्ञाता इति न ज्ञाननिष्ठां ज्ञानावृत्तिलक्षणाम् अपेक्षते इति अतश्च ज्ञानेन न अभिजानाति ज्ञानावृत्त्या तो ज्ञाननिष्ठया abhijanati iti. This much is Purva Paksha. See, previously, phalantarabhava jnana matrameva vivakshitam. This is told. So, phalantara abhava jnana means, after jnana, does he become something else? That is ruled out. Phalantara means, mam jnatva, having known me, will he get something else? Will he become something else, or will he get something else? That is ruled out. Because knowing me, he enters me. Means the object of knowledge, the locus of knowledge and the locus of entry are one and the same. Whom you know, you enter him. That means what? Jnana itself is responsible for the entry. That means the ajnana goes away. If jnana itself leads to entry, the ajnana goes away. So ajnana nivritti, that alone is implied as entry. That is the idea there. So phalantara bhava jnana matram means there is no other phala than removal of the ajnana. Now Purvapakshi is asking, Nanu viruddham idamuktam. So what is stated by Bhagavan is viruddha, contradictory. Nanu Purvapakshi is asking, Idam viruddham uktam. This has been what has been stated is contradictory. Why? ज्ञानस्य या परानिष्ठा तया माम अभिजानाति इति. See, bhaktya माम अभिजानाति. Bhakti is stated as jnananishtha. Jnanasya ya paranishtha. The paranishtha of jnana. The culmination of jnana. Taya, by that, mam abhijanati. He knows me. Iti. In this there is a virodha according to Purvapakshi. Siddhanti asks, Katham viruddham? How it is viruddha? How there is a contradiction? Iti chet, Siddhanti is asking. Then Purvapakshi says, Uchyate, it is being told, the apparent contradiction is being explained by Siddhanti. Yada eva yasmin vishaye jnanam utpadyate jnatuh. Yada eva, at which time, jnatuh, for a jnata, a knower, yasmin vishaye, in which object, jnanam utpadyate, the knowledge arises, tada eva, at the same time, tam vishayam abhijanati jnata, jnata tam vishayam abhijanati, the knower knows that object. Iti, therefore, न ज्ञाननिष्ठां ज्ञानावृत्तिलक्षणाम् अपेक्षते इति. For knowing any object, jnana avritti is not required. According to Purvapakshi, jnana-nishtha means jnana avritti. Jnana-nishtha, Purvapakshi thinks it is a jnana avritti, repetition of jnana. Aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi. You should repeat. Then it is called a jnana-nishtha according to Purvapakshi. He says, for knowing anything, you don't have to repeat the jnana, which is called jnana-nishtha. Just once you know, it is enough. If I have to know somebody, I don't have to repeat that person's name again and again. Once I know, it is enough. Atascha, therefore, jnanena na abhijanati, jnanavrittya to jnananishtaya abhijanati iti. Therefore, what is told is contradictory. Why it is contradictory? Because Krishna says jnananishtaya abhijanati. Through jnananishtha, which is called bhakti, para-bhakti, he knows me. That means he does not know me through jnana itself. Atascha jnanena na abhijanati. He does not know me through jnana. Instead, jnana avritya, through jnana avritti, through repetition of knowledge, which is called jnana-nishtha, according to Purvapakshi, abhijanati iti, he knows. This is viruddha. This is contradictory. It is like, if I know you once, I don't know you. But if I keep repeating you always, repeating your name always, I know you. It is viruddha. It is contradictory to the general rule that once if there is a jnana, one knows a thing. Then Siddhanti says, na esha doshaha jnanasya स्वात्मोत्पत्ति परिपाक हेतु युक्तस्य स्वात्मोत्पत्ति परिपाक हेतु युक्तस्य प्रतिपक्ष विहीनस्य यत् आत्मानुभव निश्चयावसानत्वं तस्य निष्ठा शब्दाभिलापात्. Siddhanti says, na esha doshaha. There is no flaw in this. There is no flaw in what Bhagavan has said. Because jnana nishtha does not mean jnana avritti. Jnana nishtha does not mean repeating the jnana. Aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi, aham brahmasmi. If you keep repeating, it is jnana nishtha. This was Purvapakshi's understanding. Siddhanti says it is not so. Then what is nishtha? What is the nishtha intended by Siddhanti? Nishtha is nothing but a jnana. But when the jnana becomes free from all obstacles and it gets assimilated, then it is called jnana nishtha. Jnanasya swatmotpatti paripaka hetu yuktasya. In order to get nishtha, the jnana should have swatma utpatti, utpatti hetu, the cause, the means for the origin of jnana, like guru, shastra, etc. They are jnana utpatti hetu. Swatma utpatti hetu. Swatma means jnana here. Jnanotpatti hetu. And paripaka hetu. Even for paripaka, for fructification of the jnana, means assimilation of the jnana. Even for that, there should be some hetu, like Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, etc. So, Swatmotpatti hetu and Swatma paripaka hetu. The jnana should have both of them. Only then the jnana will culminate in nishtha. Swatmotpatti paripaka hetu yuktasya jnanasya. The jnana which has its utpatti hetu and its paripaka hetu. And on account of that, the jnana has become free from pratipaksha, from its enemy, means viparita bhavana, asambhavana, etc. It can be asambhavana as well as viparita bhavana. Pratipaksha vihinasya, the jnana which does not have any pratipaksha, all the obstacles are removed. Yat atmanubhava nishchaya avasanatvam, then such a jnana culminates in atma anubhava nishchaya. It culminates in atmanubhava nishchaya, means atmanubhava dardhya, the firmness in self knowledge. When the jnana culminates in a clear and undisturbed self knowledge, then it is called nishtha. Tasya nishtha shabdabhilapat. It is called by the word nishtha. Nishtha means the assimilation of jnana. When the jnana is properly assimilated, free from obstacles, then it is called jnana nishtha. शास्त्राचार्योपदेशेन ज्ञानोत्पत्ति परिपाक हेतुम सहकारी कारणम बुद्धि विशुद्ध्यादि अमानित्वादि च अपेक्ष्य जनितस्य क्षेत्रज्ञ परमात्मैकत्वज्ञानस्य कर्त्रादि कारक भेद बुद्धि निबंधन सर्वकर्म संन्यास सहितस्य स्वात्मानुभव निश्चय रूपेण यत् अवस्थानं सा पराज्ञाननिष्ठा इति उच्यते. He further explains what is jnana-nishtha. Shastracharyopadeshena, on account of Shastracharyopadesha, the jnana takes place. Jnanotpatti paripaka hetum apekshya janitasya. The jnana is born on account of jnana utpatti and paripaka hetu. It requires the means of jnana, jnana utpatti hetu and jnana paripaka hetu. In addition to that, it requires some sahakari karana. Sahakari karanam, certain auxiliary means are also required. Just shastracharyopadesha, shavana, manana, etc. are not enough. In addition to that, certain other criterion need to be fulfilled. They are called sahakari karana. What are they? Buddhi shuddhyadi, buddhi shuddhi, chitta shuddhi, viveka, vairagya, shamadhi shatka sampatti, etc. Amanittvadicha, amanitvam, adambhitvam, etc. All these are sahakari karana. Apekshya, based on this, with the help of this, janitasya, The jnana is born on account of these sadhanas. And what kind of jnana? Kshetrajna paramatma ekatva jnanasya. The jnana is in the form of kshetrajna paramatma ekatva, understanding the oneness of kshetrajna, jiva and paramatma. Kartradi karaka bheda buddhi nibandhana sarva karma sannyasa sahitasya. And the jnana should be accompanied by sannyasa, sarva karma sannyasa, giving up of all the karma. And the karma is qualified. Kartradi karaka bheda buddhi nibandhana sarva karma. All karmas are based on karaka bheda buddhi, recognizing the difference in karakas, recognizing the difference in the factors associated with action, like karta, etc. Only when the karakas are recognized as different, then karma is possible. Therefore, karma requires dvaita buddhi, kartrutva buddhi, dvaita buddhi, karaka bheda buddhi. That kind of karma is opposite to jnana. Therefore, in order to establish in jnana, karma sannyasa is also required. Therefore, kartradi karaka bheda buddhi nibandhana means kartradi karaka bheda buddhi nibandhana qualifies sarva karma. Sarva karma, all karmas are based on nibandhana, means based on karaka bheda buddhi, the understanding of the difference in the karakas. And the karakas are kartra, etc. Kartradi. Sarva karma sannyasa sahitasya. The jnana is accompanied by sarva karma sannyasa. Such jnana swatmanubhava nishchaya rupena yat avasthanam. When the jnana stays, avasthanam, the abidance of the jnana, means the jnana stays in the mind in the form of swatmanubhava nishchaya, a firm clarity in one's own swarupa. Swatma anubhava, the knowledge of one's own atma, its a nishchaya, its a firmness. In that form, the jnana abides in the mind. That abidance of jnana, it is called parajnana nishtha. Parajnana nishtha iti uchyate. It is called parajnana nishtha or parabhakti also. Sa iyam jnana nishtha artadi bhakti trayapekshaya para chaturthi bhakti iti ukta. Sa iyam jnana nishtha. This jnana nishtha is called parabhakti. Artadi bhakti trayapekshaya, with respect to the other three bhaktis. Artha, jijnasu, artharthi bhaktis. With respect to them, para, it is superior. Therefore, it is called parabhakti. chaturthi, it is the fourth one with respect to them. Therefore, it is called parabhakti iti ukta. It is called parabhakti. Taya paraya bhaktya bhagavantam tattvatah abhijanati. Yeah. Through that parabhakti, bhagavantam tattvatah abhijanati. One understands Bhagavan tattvatah properly. Yadanantaram eva ईश्वर क्षेत्रज्ञ भेद बुद्धि अशेषतः निवर्तते. यदनंतरम एव, immediately after that, ईश्वर क्षेत्रज्ञ भेद बुद्धि, the understanding of the difference between Ishvara and Kshetrajna, the misconception in the form of the difference between Ishvara and Kshetrajna, asheshatah nivartate, it goes away completely. Ataha jnananishta lakshanaya bhaktya mam abhijanati iti vachanam na viruddhyate. Ataha, therefore, ज्ञाननिष्ठा लक्षणया भक्त्या माम abhijanati. One knows me through bhakti, which is in the form of jnana-nishtha. Iti vachanam na viruddhyate. This statement is not contradictory, because here jnana-nishtha does not mean jnana avritti. It is the abidance in jnana, the culmination of jnana. When the jnana becomes free from all obstacles, it is called jnana-nishtha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Om.